This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a very brief message. Yesterday was my pre-surgical appointment for getting rid of the colon cancer that is growing within me. And I wanted to let you know that my surgery is actually October 19th. So I've got a couple more weeks with you, unfettered, no scars or anything before my recovery. I just wanted to keep you in the loop. I love you guys, I appreciate you. And now, on with today's video. Since yesterday's revelations, or the day before, I did a video on it yesterday, the revelations of Herschel Walker having paid for a girlfriend's abortion, the man who thinks there should be no exceptions for abortion, unless, of course, he's involved, and then there's all kinds of exceptions. The Republican Party has really stepped up to defend Herschel Walker. And I'm going to start with an audience favorite, a statement by Donald J. Trump. But also a video from Dana Loesch, the gun nut Dana Loesch, the former employee of the NRA, the National Rifle Association, and also pumpkin-headed goon Newt Gingrich. He'd be much better as a Nick Gingrich, I believe. Talking on Fox News about what a remarkable person Herschel Walker is and how his very presence, his confidence, will inextricably change the Senate, and that is why we need him there. Not that he is especially talented or anything else, just his very presence, the fact that he's sharing air with the rest of his colleagues in the Senate will be the reason he should be there. But first, let's start with this from Donald Trump. You know what's coming.
Statement by Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States of America.
It's been too long. It's been too long. This is from the website of Donald Trump. Herschel Walker is being slandered and maligned by the fake news media and obviously the Democrats. Interestingly, I've heard many horrible things about his opponent, Raphael Warnock. Things that nobody should be talking about, so we don't. If you got the dirt, Donald Trump, lay it on us, brother. But you don't, because there is none. Herschel has properly denied the charges against him, and I have no doubt he is correct. They are trying to destroy a man who has true greatness in his future, just as he had athletic greatness in his past. Wow, I'm really learning how to spin a yarn, Donald Trump. Fantastic writing. It's very important for our country with a capital C and the great state of Georgia that Herschel Walker wins this election with a capital E. With all that Herschel has accomplished, when you come from Georgia and you see the name Herschel Walker when voting, it will be very hard to resist. And then simply, don't! Exclamation point. That's the guy, by the way. This is the dipshit that they want to be president of the United States again. A man who has little to no mastery of his native tongue, the English language, and just randomly capitalizes things. This is the guy. So we expect hypocrisy from Donald Trump. We expect liars to ingratiate themselves to other liars and protect them. But the party machinery and the stalwarts within the Republican Party and the conservative movement have been doing the exact same thing. Dana Loesch, if you remember, was the gun provocateur who hosted some NRA show where her whole existence is to prop up the notion that weapons of war should be owned by everyone. Freely available on the streets, no restrictions whatsoever. She believes that rocket launchers should be owned by the federal by citizens of this country. That nuclear weapons, short-range intercontinental ballistic weapons should be freely available to own. It's nonsense, to be sure. But there's a clip of her where she really outs herself as explaining what she actually believes, that it's not really abortion that's the problem or the serious thing. She says, even if, meaning it's even more serious than abortion, even if he paid to abort endangered baby eagles, she'd still vote for him. Watch this.
So does this change anything? I mean, do you want my opinion? You're listening. Not a damn thing. How many times have I said 4 very important words? These 4 words. Winning is a virtue. What I'm about to say is in no means a contradiction or a compromise of a principle. And please keep in mind that I am concerned about one thing and one thing only at this point. So I don't care if Herschel Walker paid to abort endangered baby eagles. I want control of the Senate. If the Daily Beast story is true, you're telling me Walker used his money to reportedly pay some skank for an abortion, and Warnock wants to use all of our monies to pay a whole bunch of skanks for abortions. And yes, when they're used predominantly over 99% of birth control and it's my taxpayer dollars, you have invited me up in your business and I will use whatever descript I would like to. Thank you. So it doesn't change anything for me. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't even care.
White trash. Objectively. Dirty, filthy, stupid, white trash. And what does this say about Herschel Walker, who would bed down with a skank? He's off the hook, apparently. Republicans believe that's A-OK. That's his prerogative as a man, a masculine man. But that woman, she's got questions to answer. That skank. He's fine. That's his deal, but she's a skank. And any other woman who seeks an abortion is a skank, according to this white trash freak. And you've invited me up in your business, and I will say whatever I want to, whatever words I want to. I'm Dana Loesch. Disgusting. These people effort to give the masses who already lack empathy permission to be as hateful as they possibly can with this gross description of people who are in everyday situations. These people who purport to follow Christ. Whoever among you is without sin, cast the first stone. Apparently, Dana Loesch is without sin because she's casting some stones on her dopey little program after having been fired by the NRA. Here's Newt Gingrich taking a whole different tack, but yet defending a man who has violated the very core, deeply held religious principles of anti-abortionness. Watch this.
I talked to Herschel about this morning, and I've known Herschel a good while. I think he's a remarkable person. I think he's the most important Senate candidate in the country because he'll do more to change the Senate just by the sheer presence, by his confidence, by his deep commitment to Christ, by the degree to which he is, he's been through a long, tough period. He had a lot of concussions coming out of football. He suffered PTSD.
He's touting Herschel Walker's deep commitment to Christ as the predominant feature as to why he needs to be in the Senate. While deeply convicted by Christ, Herschel Walker is running against a literal pastor, a literal reverend, Raphael Warnock. Reverend Raphael Warnock. Who do they think the American people are? Does Newt Gingrich know something that I don't about MAGA world or about Georgia voters? Are they so stupid that they will believe that Herschel Walker is a mighty man of God, but Raphael Warnock, a man who actually has dedicated his life to the prospect of Christianity, is the bad guy? Or would Newt Gingrich have us believe that the series of concussions that Herschel Walker sustained in the NFL is the qualifier? Or is it the sheer presence, the dominant intellectual presence that Herschel Walker will provide? His confidence. He's been through a long, tough period. These people, they know that MAGA voters don't care because there is no ideological consistency whatsoever. The only ideological and consistent position within the Republican Party was stated by Dana Loesch. She wants power. She wants the Senate majority. That's all she cares about. And if you get it through charlatans and liars and grifters, then so be it. That's what's important. I'd love to know what you think about this. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can absolutely email me the old-fashioned way, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'm also on social media, if that is your thing, @Dollemore, just about everywhere. And if I am your flavor of political commentator here on the platform, please consider supporting my work. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If there's somebody out there who does more for you, who brings you more value, that you appreciate more, who you think is smarter or better looking, I can't imagine who that could possibly be. But if you do know somebody out there, support that person. It is a tough media landscape out there right now, and every independent creator or your favorites should enjoy, would appreciate your support, and that includes me as well. But if I am that guy for you, please consider supporting me. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month, or go over to my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.